What up guys, it's Virtual Link. Today I'm going to be bringing you a text tutorial on the basic effects really you can put on your text in Photoshop. So we're going to start by clicking the text tool, dragging it out nice and big, and start with a simple word like virtual. So a nice gray, that'll be good for this tutorial. Bring it to the middle, and what you're going to do is double click on the layer of the text right over here when it pops up. And this brings up the basic effects you can put on your text, the standard options. So we're going to start from the top and move our way down, starting with bevel and emboss. And bevel and emboss, it pretty much adds depth to your text. Makes it look like it's sitting on the page. There's different styles of this. There's outer bevel, there's pillow emboss, which makes it look like it's sitting inside the background, as you see. And just chisel hard, which it gives it a hard edge, really. You can make it bigger, almost like three-dimensional. Of course, you can make the size bigger or smaller, depending on what you want. And then stroke. Stroke, what that does is it adds an outline of any color of your choice around your text. So we could pick black for now, or you can do whatever color you like when you click on the color box here on stroke. So do red, pink, blue, green, whatever you want. So we'll do blue for now. Let me make it a little bigger so you can see on the size bar here. That makes your stroke bigger or smaller. You don't want it too big though, otherwise it looks like a cloud, which isn't that great. So we'll make it about yay big. Alright. Inner shadow, I mean, it pretty much puts a drop shadow effect on the inner lining of the text here inside the stroke. It's pretty minuscule, but it could be to good effect if you want it. Inner glow really just lightens up the inner lining of the text, exactly the same spot where the inner shadow was. That's pretty useless, I've noticed. You're not going to be doing much with that. Satin, it darkens whatever color your text is, and it's usually with the same gray. So this text could be blue, and the satin will still put like a gray overlay on it to make it look darker. I noticed that it's pretty ugly actually, so I usually don't use that. Now onto color overlay. This is important because this means you could change the color of your text to whatever you want. And like I'll show you satin again, it just darkens the text, useless. So you can make that whatever color you want, like you did with stroke. Make it pink, blue, purple, whatever. So here, we'll do pink for now. Then there's gradient overlay. This is good because this allows you to put a gradient, but only on your text. It doesn't affect the background. So to show you that, let me take off the color overlay. You see right now it's the standard black to gray gradient going up to down. There's radial, angle, reflected. These don't work very well on text. Reflected does. Sorry, diamond does not. The diamond's ugly. So when you use reflected, it puts basically one color with a line through the middle, and then the other two colors on either side. You can do it with whatever gradient they have here. So there's red and green, rainbow. So let's pick rainbow for now. It's pretty obvious, it's easy to see. That's a gradient overlay for rainbow. Now the pattern overlay. These are pretty much preloaded patterns that Photoshop has. I think you could add your own. When you put pattern overlay, it puts whatever pattern that is over your text. The one they give you is like these weird bubbles, man. It looks really ugly, so I don't use this much, but you could import your own and use them. So we'll put gradient back on, forget pattern overlay. Outer glow, it's the same thing as inner glow, really. But it's really hard to see. It's very minuscule. It's pointless, really. Again, some of these are just pointless. You're not going to use them very often. The most important ones really are bevel and emboss, stroke, gradient overlay, sometimes inner shadow, color overlay, and drop shadow. So that brings us to the next one, drop shadow. What this does is it actually adds a shadow effect. So let me get the distance. Alright, you see the shadow popping up at the bottom. It makes it look like the text is off the page a little bit, adding a nice shadow to it. And if you make the spread higher, the shadow covers more of each letter, not just the bottom. And of course you can change the size, whatever you like. So those are the basic effects for text. The best thing to do is to play around with them to get whatever you want. So, you know, we could start from the regular text we just had, and look, we got to here by the end of the tutorial. We can have this, you can have something like this, and you could even make it platinum, but that's a little harder for now, so we'll leave that. But I hope you enjoyed. If you like it, you can drop a like if you want. But I'll catch you later.